Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin in the name of Allah, most benevolent, most merciful. I'll invite Qari Najam Mustafa to please come forward and recite a few verses from the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعد الله الذين آمنوا منكم وعملوا الصالحات ليستخلفنهم في الأرض كما استخلف الذين من قبلهم ليستخلفنهم كما استخلف الذين من قبلهم وليمكنن لهم دينهم الذي ارتضى لهم وليبدلنهم من بعد خوفهم أمنا يعبدونني لا يشركون بي شيئا ومن كفر بعد ذلك فأولئك هم الفاسقون. يعبدونني لا يشركون بي شيئا ومن كفر بعد ذلك فأولئك هم الفاسقون. صدق الله العظيم. In the name of Allah, Almighty God, the gracious, always merciful. To those of you who believe and keep doing pious deeds, Allah has given the promise whose fulfillment and implementation is obligatory for the Ummah. He will surely bestow upon them Khilafah, means the trust of right to rule, as He granted the right to rule to those who were before them. And through dominance and rule, He will strengthen and stabilize their religion for them which He has liked for them. And by this strength and rule, He will for sure change their former state of fear, which was due to their political, economic, and social handicap, to that of peace and security. They will worship me fearlessly and will not associate any partner with me. That is, will follow and obey only my command and system. And after this, whoever adopts ingratitude, that is, aversion to and denial of my commands, it is they who will be defiant and disobedient. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
इस्लामाबाद में पाक तुर्क बिजनेस फोरम तकरीब का इनाकात किया गया। वजीराअज़म इमरान खान और तुर्क सदर रजब तैयब अर्दवान भी इस वक्त बिजनेस फोरम तकरीब में मौजूद हैं। कौमी तरानों और तिलावत कुरान पाक से तकरीब का बाकायदा आगाज किया गया है। इस वक्त के मनाज़िर भी आप देख सकते हैं। इस्लामाबाद में पाक तुर्क बिजनेस फोरम तकरीब का इनाकात किया गया है।
Merhaba and a very good afternoon. On behalf of Ministry of Commerce, Government of Pakistan, I, Mona Alam, have the privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to this momentous occasion of Pakistan-Turkey Business and Investment Forum, as we are all gathered here today to celebrate this everlasting bond between Turkey and Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed two nations, two countries, but one nation. Brotherhood between Turkey and Pakistan goes back to 1948 and has not only gone stronger over decades, but has also gone stronger over months, years, and even days. We do not just share political, economic, cultural, and religious linkages, but we are also inseparable in emotion, soul, and spirit. Over recent years and recent times, this bond that we cherish and relish has indeed become immeasurable, unparalleled. Ladies and gentlemen, testament of which is the fact that the entire nation today has come together in welcoming Honorable President of Turkey, His Excellency Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Sir, all of us in unison say, welcome, Khush Amdeed, Khush Gendiniz. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd invite for his welcome remarks Mr. Abdul Razak Daud, Advisor to the Prime Minister on Commerce, Industries and Productions and Investments.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency Honorable President Erdogan, His Excellency Honorable Prime Minister Imran Khan, Excellencies Rusar Pikan, Minister for Trade, distinguished guests, members of the business community of both the countries, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. To all our friends from Turkey, we welcome you to your second home. We have gathered here to discuss investments and trade. For the last 2 days, these 2 days, we've been meeting on the B2B, and this morning we got together and had another round of discussions where the government of Pakistan presented their potentials in Pakistan, and the Turkish business people gave their experiences. Ladies and gentlemen, the two leaders of the country have agreed on a strategic economic framework, which is an all-encompassing agreement which includes trade and investment, tourism, defense, and education. What we are witnessing today is just one step in that agreement to implement what we have got written in the framework. Yesterday, I had the opportunity of meeting most of the Turkish delegations. Yesterday, I had the opportunity of meeting most of the Turkish delegations. A very, very constructive round of discussions. We have people here from the construction, engineering, IT, mining, tourism, all aspects of the business, and it was indeed a pleasure to witness that understandings have been made between our two people, and inshallah we will be able to take the step further forward. While the B2B was going on, at the same time we had the joint venture, the joint working group meeting between the two governments. Ladies and gentlemen, the Turkish government sent a working delegation on the 16th and 17th of January, where we wrote out a framework. As a follow-up to that understanding, Madam Trade Minister and myself, we had a meeting in Davos, and we agreed and took this matter further forward. And yesterday, as a final follow-up, we have now signed an understanding on the way forward. That understanding includes that both sides will do a scoping study as to what is the relative strength of each of them. And we've decided that the scoping study will be completed by the end of March, and then in April we will take the next step in starting to negotiate the FTA, which has been pending for a while. We will also be looking at how to get our further business in the textile side, and we are very grateful to the Madam Minister that she has agreed that a textile delegation will go to Turkey, and we will look at how to further the business. Fellow businessmen and women, we have a great opportunity to work together. We do compete, but like good brothers, there is no harm in understanding each other's position and be able to take matters forward in areas that we both excel in. Pakistan has just signed a free trade agreement with China, and I invite the business community of Turkey to come to Pakistan, form joint ventures, and let us collectively look at that opportunity that we have got in China, because we are now equivalent to being an ASEAN country. So Pakistan becomes the closest ASEAN country to Turkey, and we hope that we will be able to take that further forward. There were many companies here on construction, and we look forward to engaging the Turkish companies in various BOTs that are being coming in the coming months. In the area of IT, I think there's a lot of synergy between us, and I hope that we will be able to even take that forward. As a testimony of our friendship, we have reached out to Turkey to help us in halal accreditation, which they have agreed, and also help us and cooperate with us on our understanding better on the customs implementation and facilitation. I would like to also take this opportunity to thank Mr. Nial Olpak of DEET, Mr. Ahmed Changiz of the Turkish Pak Friendship Council, and also Mr. Anjum Nisar of the Federation of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Your support, your ideas that you gave yesterday are most enlightening, and we are very, very grateful to you. To conclude, Mr. President, your visit to us is certainly a great source of enlightenment, and we hope that this will lead to a far greater and bigger footprint of investments in Pakistan and more trade between our two countries. We have the two leaders before us, and in front of them, I would like to say the relationship between our two countries is excellent. Now, I appeal to the business community of both the countries, the men and women of business, to come forward and take our investments and trade levels to a level that is worthy of the close relationship that we have. It is a challenge for business community, and let us all hold hands, go forward, and meet that challenge. Thank you very much.
Grateful to you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, proceeding ahead, I shall now invite for her address Her Excellency Ms. Ruhsar Pekcan, Minister of Trade, Republic of Turkey.
Sayın Cumhurbaşkanım, Sayın Pakistan Başbakanım, Sayın Davut, çok kıymetli bakanlarımız, saygıdeğer iş insanları ve değerli katılımcılar. Öncelikle Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımızın ve Sayın Başbakan İmran Khan'ın huzurlarında böyle önemli bir toplantı gerçekleştirdiğimiz iş insanlarımızı bir araya getirelim.
I would like to express my gratitude and honor that we have come together with the presence of business people from both countries. I believe that the Prime Minister of Pakistan and the President of Turkey have supported the trade in both countries at all times, and I would like to thank both of them for their efforts in that direction. Between these two countries, with the visit of our President, we have had high-level council meetings, and as a result, many areas of cooperation have been discussed, and one of the most important ones, undoubtedly, include trade and economic relations. In that context, we have agreed on a strategic economic framework and action plan, and it is providing an important roadmap for the development of our trade relations. In order to implement the steps outlined in this framework, we will be working in cooperation with our friends from Pakistan meticulously. Our bilateral trade relations have a volume of $850 million, and hopefully we will be exceeding $1 billion in order to tap into the potential of both countries. It will even go further. Both mutual investments and exchange are very important. We have a lot of Turkish investors.
İstihdam sağlamaktadırlar. Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımızın bu ziyaretleri vesilesiyle yatırımların da ivmelenerek